is lights out and very good. It's a good start from both Mata and Cobb. Getting the bear exit and both of them spun simultaneously. Taking it to the Camel straight, still going side by side as well. Side by side into the Curva Grande. Are they going to keep it side by side with Iceman? Yuri going for the dive bomb. Can he make it work? He's gone off a bit. And look at that. Oh, right here, right now. Otherwise, the undercut will not work. It's going to be very, very close. Iceman just gets ahead of Kyle there. Mata comes across the line, and he's your VSL Season 6 champion. Hello, everybody, and welcome along to VSL F1. This is Season 7. And we're at round number 12, the first round of the Italian doubleheader. And we head to Monza for the formerly named Italian Grand Prix. My name is Jess, and I'm joined once again by Red Matt. Matt, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well. How are you, Jess?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Excited to be back again. It is a very lovely track known as the Temple of Speed. High-speed corners and a track where the Ferraris really need to do well. But the Ferraris are going to have really good hope tonight as the championship leader, Panos, is a Ferrari driver, currently sitting at the top of the standings on 153 points. Flexi in second, 153. Third is Mata, 123. Lots of threes, yes, I know. Ryan Berry in fourth, 111. Kyle fifth, 108. Sixth, Kieran, 90. Seventh is Hayden with 75. He had a good result last time about. Acorn in 8th on 71, 61 is Pete in 9th place, and we got Casper as a reserve in 10th place on 60. Then we have Tony in 11th on 58, 12th is Iceman on 54, J-Luke is 13th on 41, he's reserve. Cliffy is also reserve in 14th on 40, 15th is Kev on 38, Mike is 16th on 20 with 21 points, Slenderman 17th on 20, Matt Ryan is 18th on 20 as well. 9th is Yuri on 18, with Bertinho with 18. I'm trying to get the second page up. There we go. Lee in 21st on 16. Newgarden 22nd on 12. Then we got Risky, Dave, Ahmed, Maverick, Goodlib, Beaker, Delta, and then Petrodax still unable to score a point. And we may as well, Matt. I'll let you take us through the constructors.
Ooh, constructors. I love doing this because it's always so close. So, switch to graphic 2, the team standings. I believe you have because you're good like that. Alfa Romeo, 220 points. And look at that battle. Williams and McLaren, 214 points. Let's hope Williams, in tribute to Frank Williams, unfortunately passed away the other day. Hopefully Williams can go into the top and give Sir Frank something to remember. So yeah, sorry, it's teary when I go on about that because it's still upsetting about that, but we'll go on about that later. We have Alpine in 4th place, Ferrari in 5th, Haas in 6th. Look how tight the constructors are, Jess. It's unbelievable.
I know.
And it's mental. And then we have Aston Martin in 7th on 105 points, Mercedes on a nice 69 points, Red Bull on 38 points, and AlphaTauri on 30 points. The Red Bull family need to get up the table. Not looking good so far for Red Bull and AlphaTauri, but still all to play for on the team's standings.
Indeed, and interesting enough, I think according to maths, Red Bull and AlphaTauri scored less points combined than Mercedes. That's how bad the Red Bull family are doing at the moment. But with the track like Monza, where it's like a race of attrition, especially going through turn 1, anything could happen around here. And we've seen the closest ever Formula 1 finish around here, 1971, with Peter Geffen and Ronnie Peterson being only 10 thousandths apart. We've seen a few close finishes in VSL in the past couple of seasons, so I think we could break the record in some of the races this season, but you never know. And we shall have to wait and see. And it's also a shorter race compared to, in terms of time, in terms of the other tracks. It usually lasts about 38 to 40 minutes, so due to the high speed nature, 70% of the lap, full throttle, and there's only a few braking zones, obviously, to run up to turn 1. Turn 4 as well, and you brake just a bit through Ascari and Parabolica. And that's it. The other corner, there's only just a slight lift on the brakes, going up to 5th gear, and then that's it. So the drivers should have a lot of fun here, and it's quite overcast in Monza at the moment, so it should be interesting to see how these drivers fare around this track.
I'm going to see if a driver can give us a little sneak peek into what the weather is going to be like. I hope the race is dry, because with wet weather around here, there tends to be not much action with no DRS. So, yeah, I've seen in a couple of leagues, it's always been like the closest finish in league racing history in most leagues. So let's hopefully see if we can get that today. And for the bingo, Kai needs to win the race. So no pressure, Kate.
Well, Kai's been up close before in many leagues as well, but he's always been unlucky. But tonight may be the night. He's in the Haas as well, a Ferrari-powered team. So no pressure, Kieran. And no pressure to Mike as well. He's also in the Haas. But I think there's going to be huge pressure if you're Panos or if you're Lee, because they're, I think, the main people that the Tifosi want to do well today. And also we got Carl and Casper in the Alfa Romeo. Casper is filling in for Hayden, as Hayden cannot make it tonight. So glad to see Casper race it again. He's done very well this season, actually, as reserve. Scored some very good points. He's actually in the top 10 in the standings on 60. Quite a few wins. And putting some of the full-time drivers to shame there as well. And also we got the AlphaTauri drivers, it's kind of their home track. We got Matt Ryan. Is he the only AlphaTauri driver here tonight? I think he is. I can't see any other AlphaTauri drivers. So those are the drivers to watch out for, because it is their home track in terms of the teams.
Indeed. Alfa Romeo or Ferrari or AlphaTauri. Looking the way the season's going, Alfa Romeo are highly likely to be the ones who will be the leading Italian team. But Panos in that Ferrari is the one to look out for. Lee really needs to try and get a top 10 to help Panos, really, in terms of the constructors of Ferrari, because if Lee gets a good couple of results in, Ferrari will be in the shout again. So it's just really, if Lee can get himself together, Ferrari would be decent.
Yeah, they will as well. And with the track being as high speed as it is as well, maybe he could use the crowd to get it going, of course. Now I'm seeing Panos. Oh, Panos was going to do a lap, actually, but he is not. So he's gone into the pits. Now, he may have noticed as well, in tribute to Sir Frank Williams, we got some nice blue and black helmet in tribute of his passing. Kev's got a nice one with a bit of yellow. I like it. Pete's got a bit of pink, blue and black on his helmet. And I'm seeing quite a few drivers running George Russell's helmet in the race, because it is in the game if you have podium pass. I can't remember what level it is you need for that, but I think it's level 7 I think you need. So, but a few drivers are wearing that tonight. And nice to see people are paying tribute, of course. We're starting to see some lap times on the board. Flexi with a 121.3 on the mediums. Matt Ryan in second, and Iceman.
There we go. That was a lap time I was expecting.
That was a lap time I was expecting as well. 120.5. Will we go any quicker? Will we go into the low 120s? Well, we'll have to find out soon. But Iceman, the one to watch at the moment, setting the benchmark time as he spins there. Right on cue. What about his teammate? We got Slenderman fitting in for Vitinho tonight. He comes across the line and he beats his teammate. 120.510.
Nothing to separate the two Aston Martin drivers, so that's one to keep an eye on for. So, yeah, interesting. The two McLarens have set their lap time on the medium compounder tyre, but really, as long as you can keep within the DRS at the race, you're okay. But if you're literally one lap out of the DRS, you may as well kiss goodbye to that position in front, because I think it's like a 5 to 6 tenths gain being in the DRS around here, I think.
Yeah, and the undercut's quite powerful as well. I've tried doing the alternate strategy around here for a league race I did a few weeks ago. Not the best. Usually the ones on the softs have the more grip at the start of the race, so I wonder if more people will be just trying the soft to medium strategy, but they could prove us wrong, do medium to soft and be quicker, but these guys are faster than me and I'm slow, so that's probably why my strategy did not work out. As Casper is on its out lap. Kyle is about to head towards the final corner with Panos starting his flying lap, but Kyle comes across the line. Shortest run to the line, and it is a P3 for the Alfa Romeo man. 120.6, still insanely close at the top. Kyle is setting purple in the final sector, I believe. And who else will be next across the line? Aston Martin's will going in the pit. I believe it's Pete going out again. Nope, he's not improving. Unless he wants to go out again on another set of mediums, which is possible. But they only have one medium for the weekend, so you've got to use it wisely. As Newgarden goes in to the pit lane. Anyone else on that? Is Acorn about to start his lap? Yeah, Deck is about to start his lap. And I have to say, the Williams drivers are another team that we do hope have a good result tonight, as well as the Ferraris, the AlphaTauri and the Alfa Romeos. And right on cue, we've got a special announcement. We've got a reserve driver filling in for whoever is in the AlphaTauri. I think it was Maverick who was in the AlphaTauri before. But it is Brandon who is making his reappearance to VSL for the first time since Season 6. So he's going to make a one-off appearance tonight for the first time on this game on the PlayStation. He's mainly on PC, but he does one-off on PlayStation and he wanted to join us. So welcome back, Brandon.
Yeah, let's see how many times he spins. I mean, how many laps he does. Sorry. Let's hope he finishes the race. That's the one. Sorry.
And he's also a steward as well, so if he is involved in any incident, that doesn't look good on him. Sorry, Brandon. It does not,
no, but he is quite a critic of himself as well, so he will likely give himself a penalty if he's wrong, to be fair. So.
Good point. To be honest, usually I'm like that. If I have an incident, and if I know it's my fault, I just get so hard on myself. So, Panos going through the first Lesmo and heading towards the second Lesmo. We'll see what he's like in the second sector, as Brandon is now in the list, which is good to see. All 20 cars are in the lobby. Yay, that's great to see as well. Let's hope Brandon doesn't have the timer glitch, sadly. So, heading through a Ascari. Be careful to not cut the corner there. That's why we see the likes of Newgarden and Kev invalidate earlier. Tut. Now heading towards this back straight here. Full power in 8th gear, almost at 200 miles per hour. And then you get a short shift up to 5th into the Alboreto curve. It was called Parabolic, it's now the Alboreto curve. As no, Panos, you tricked us again. He's in every time I follow him on a lap. He just goes into the pits. Anyone else on the lap that I can follow?
Pete Speed Knighton is currently on this lap. He's doing another lap on the mediums. He's 3 lap old mediums, but the way it's looking like he's going to go into the pits. Yes, he's not. He's not actually. Is he on an improvement? He is. 4 laps on the medium tyre, still improves. 7/10 up. And do you know, with the viewers, shall we remind them of something, Jess?
Oh yes, I've forgotten what to remind.
We are going to remind them to join our Discord server, which you lot shall see in the chat. So please do join the VSL Discord server.
Yes, indeed. It's not just open to drivers, it's open to everyone in the community, of course. So you can find out what is happening with VSL, chat to us, drivers, commentators, admins, the lot. And you'll be the first to know on the Discord when we start a new season. We've still got a long way to go. We've still got plenty of races because we are doing the full calendar. The only track that we're not doing is Jeddah because Jeddah is an interesting kettle of fish, to be honest, but we are doing the 2 new tracks, and I do believe Imola is the next track after this one, which is very exciting, replacing Sochi, which I think I'm glad to know Sochi's gone for the calendar. Yuri has binned it. For Ascari, it looks like. Is Ahmed gone past him? No, it's not Ahmed, it's the other. What? So, yeah, it must be for Ascari. He just binned it probably on the right-hand side, maybe. But that is Yuri's qualifying done and dusted, but at least he's done a lap. Ahmed has also binned it in Ascari, but a little bit earlier.
I'm going back to the Canada. I'm a little gutted actually Russia's gone, because I find Russia's actually had some good races on this year's game, in all honesty. But Imola, it's going to be interesting to see how that goes, because after having a previous league race there, I was crowned champion. Thought I'd just get that out there. But when you get the track together, it's actually a really nice track, but you have to make sure you perfect the lap, otherwise you're highly likely to lose it on the curves around here. But staying
and you
in
have to
Italy,
practice as well. Like if you can tell with the new tracks on the game who has practiced and who has not. If their lap's not good, you could tell that they don't know the track as well. So there we go. Kyle, nice 120.403, 2 100ths quicker than Panos at the moment in P2. So it's a battle of the Ferrari powered teams at the moment. We've got a Red Bull coming across the line, start his lap. That it's Newgarden, the sole Red Bull at the moment as Yuri's out of the race, or out of the session. And we got a Haas. Is it Kieran or is it Mike? Might be Mike actually. It is Mike. Final corner he goes. Can he get higher than P12 to get inside the top 10? He probably wants to aim for 11th. And he does go 11th. So alternate strategy, pole position for him. So quite an ideal place for him. And Kev, the sole Mercedes, is going into the pits because he is invalidated. I think it's Iceman. No, it's Slenderman, who's going on for another lap on the soft tyres.
Oh, wow.
120.2.
Where's this come from?
I wonder why he's chosen to do that, or has he forgotten to go into the pits? I don't have a clue. But, yeah.
Oh, Brandon. That was close.
Where is Brandon, actually? Oh, there he is. Him in full glory now. Back in league racing. Back out of retirement. As he comes across the line. Sorry, Brandon. I love you, really. He comes across the line in P11, so he beats Mike by about a tenth. Expect him to just be easing into this lead because he's not going to be at the pace where he was last game, because obviously he hasn't raced on console very much on this game, mainly on PC because it's very different. Newgarden, P18, 122.4. So everyone has set a lap time, and because Ahmed is retired, he will be starting dead last.
Unbelievable, Ahmed. But look at that, Aston Martins. Talk about having fairly equal rated drivers. Look how close that Jess is. That's ridiculous.
I kind of wish we had this in 2022 in real life. I want the Aston Martin car to be so good, and I think everyone in the stream would want the Aston Martins to challenge Mercedes and Red Bulls and Ferraris next year.
Yeah,
that will just be brilliant. I'd like to see all 10 teams have an equal chance next year, personally. Apart from Haas. You know why? Schumacher, I like Schumacher, but I don't like the other driver.
Yeah.
But he is improving. I give him credit.
Sure.
I give him credit. He's not... There has been some much worse drivers than him, personally, in my opinion. So he's not that bad.
Oh, for sure.
But anyway, Pete is setting a lap on the soft tyres this time. So he's committed to start on the soft, I believe, because he's in 10th at the moment. Wow, P4 for him, 120.3. And we do have a Ferrari out on a lap, do we? That is Lee.
We do have Lee currently on his out lap.
And he's invalidated. He's out
down
lap.
in P17. So, yeah, no pressure at all on Lee. He's 2 seconds off the pace. And the fact that Brandon's just hopped onto the game and already beaten him by at least a second, yeah, that's quite a statement. Because I know how much Brandon and Lee talk, because we do talking calls a lot. So, Brandon won't let Lee forget about this.
Yeah, and I think Brandon will want to beat Lee. And if he does, we're just being one race on this game. Well, he does race with you a lot on my team and stuff, but on multiplayer he hasn't raced at all. Wow, Lee! That bumped. That is not how you do 10, 1 and 2, my friend.
Nah. Yeah, that's not ideal, that Lee.
Interesting. We got the Haas giving a Williams a toe.
Hello.
No, it's an Alfa Romeo. And they're on their outlaps. Okay.
Is that Lee who's made the mistake? It is.
Yes, it is Lee that's made a mistake. So he's struggling a bit. He does have time now, but he'll probably have to stay out there. Panos and Iceman are in the pits, but they are going out now. We may have the timing glitch where they do come out like a minute after than we thought. Or they're a minute behind us, which is annoying, but it happens like that. So you got who's on a lap that we can follow. I think Kev's on a lap through the first and second Lesmo as Matt Ryan has retired from the session. Are we surprised? No. How did Kev avoid that? Luckily, I think Ghosting was on there. So he was able to avoid that, no problem. So heading towards a Scar and trying to find what gear you take it at, around about 4th and 5th gear through here and sit on exit. And then you're going to be going around 8th gear, short shift into 8 into the back straight into Parabolica Alboreto curve. I still like to call it Parabolica because I prefer that name. Anyway, Kev, a bit of tank slapper for him, but he's going to come across the line. Will he not be last? He's not last. He's in the 121s, so not too bad for him, but let's see if he can improve. Or is he backing up? He might be backing off, actually, so that's probably the end of his qualifying run. And I think we have... Is it an Alpine on a lap? Yes, it is an Alpine on a lap. So he comes across the line, or is he going to go... He's going to go into the pits. Ryan!
What is it you riding on board with people who then decide to go into the pit lane?
It's happened like twice or 3 times today. Now, Kyle, you're going to be the one that stays out, yeah? And he's run out of fuel, so he's probably going to go into the pits. He's probably going to go to the pits. No, he's not. Oh, that's good. So we're finally running on board on a lap, and he's on par. 120.224. A few Hummers quicker than Iceman. But I'm sure the 2 Aston Martins have something to respond to that. And Panos as well, who's currently sitting in 3rd position. He's doing well for the Ferraris and is currently carrying the Ferraris at the moment.
Brandon's invalidated. He was actually on an improvement there. That's unfortunate there. So Brandon now starting down in P12. But Ben
that's not bad though.
On an improvement. Never mind. He's gone wide. He's lost it. I've just jinxed him. I'm so sorry, Ben.
You just jinxed. You just jinxed Iceman, who's binned it.
But there's Panos on a lap.
Panos is on a lap, yes, and Ryan Berry just finished his lap. He can't start any higher than P7, but will catch people that are about to finish their lap time. We've got Sam, who's chasing Panos in the Drivers' Championship, about to cross the line. Can he improve? He does. First man into the 119s by 5/10 of a second. We do have, I think, an AlphaTauri going to the pits. That is his qualifying done. Kieran bins it across the line. P11 for him. Oh! That did not help one of the Aston Martins, or Slender Man. And Pete's actually per point set to 2. Whoa, that is interesting. We do have 2 Williams crossing the line. We've got Matter. I think... no, it's not Matter. I think they're going in the pits. Or is it an Alpine? Oh my god, there's carnage everywhere. As Iceman goes in P3. Kyle is in P2 at the moment. What could Pete do? You can only manage 6. Oh my god, there's a car park going on here. Oh my word. And Casper is invalidated. Yeah, that is it for qualifying. And Sam is on pole position by actually not, but a few attempts. If you think about it, let's have a look what the gap was. Just under, almost half a temp, but not quite. 3/4 of a temp. There we go. 2 1/4. Sorry.
That is qualifying. There's more carnage now on the straight and out.
Oh my word. This is hopefully it's not like that in the race, guys.
No. Don't do a Liuzzi in 2011. Yes. Cool. See that completely smash into the drivers at turn 1. Sorry, Brandon.
Yes.
Anyway, this is the qualifying results.
So we got Sam, Kyle, Iceman, Panos, Slenderman, Pete, Casper, Ryan Berry, Matta, and Deck round up your top 10. So Matta will be the only one inside the top 10 to start on the mediums. Everyone else inside the top 10 will be on the softs. 3 choice of tyres belong to Kieran, Brandon, Mike, Tony, Kev, Newgarden, Lee, Yuri, Matt Ryan, and Ahmed in last place. And the top 10, separated by almost a second. So well done to those guys. Should be for an interesting race. But before we head to the race, as I just get my notes for this thing ready. Hopefully the drivers followed this 2-minute rule, because otherwise it'll be disrespectful, but there we go. We would like to honour someone who is a legend to the sporting world, as Matt was alluding to earlier. We sadly heard the news this weekend. Sir Frank Williams, founder of the Williams F1 team, has died at the age of 79. His grit, determination to win and sheer belief helped him go from being a travelling salesman, believe it or not, in the 1960s to building his own Formula One team, which has been a huge success. The team's first win came in 1979 when Clay Regazzoni drove the Cosworth-powered Williams FW7 to victory at the British Grand Prix in Silverstone. Their first driver and constructors championship both came in 1980, with Alan Jones winning the drivers' championship and the team winning the constructors' title by 54 points. Frank's integrity and teamwork has helped the team win so many drivers and constructors' championship for Williams. And between 1979 and 1997, the team won 7 drivers' championships, 9 constructors' championships, and a total of 113 wins. People that have won titles for Williams were Alain Prost, Nigel Mansell, Damon Hill, Villeneuve, to name a few. We also had more successful drivers started their careers at Williams and all have been successful. Ayrton Senna, Jenson Button, Nico Rosberg, Valtteri Bottas, to name a few. And the last win with Williams came in the form of Pastor Maldonado in Spain 2012, and we weren't expecting that, were we? And Frank did a brilliant job running the team with us, with his wife Claire Williams, and it was very sad to hear his passing. He will be missed, and as tribute to Frank Williams, the drivers, as I told you earlier, will be wearing blue helmets or black helmets in support of Frank Williams. Some of them are wearing George Russell helmets, because obviously George Russell is a member of the Williams team for now until the end of the season. And as a tribute to Frank Williams also, we are running a tribute race on Saturday at 7 p.m. So if you want to sign up to our charity race, please click the link below and follow the instructions. Well, Matt did put the link to the Discord already, so check it out. We would encourage you to donate to the charity on Saturday, which is close to Frank's heart. It is the Spinal Injuries Association, and that is Williams Racing official charity in support of Frank Williams. And all F1 drivers have had support for the late Sir Frank Williams, and he will be missed in the F1 community. And now we will fall silent in the formation lap to remember Sir Frank Williams, and obviously the drivers will be doing the formation lap as normal with their helmets. So rest in peace, Frank Williams. You will be missed. Thank you. Okay, welcome back to the stream, and that was our moment of silence in honour of the late Sir Frank Williams. And I just saw, nobody else saw, well, me and Matt saw Sam Bennett in the formation lap, but luckily damage is turned off in the formation lap, so hope it doesn't happen in the race, Sam. But we do have a mixture of tyres outside the top 10 with Kieran, Mike, Tony, Newgarden, Lee, Matt Ryan and Ahmed on the mediums, and with Brandon, Kev and Yuri on the softs. They want to get overtaken as quickly as they can, because otherwise the softs would be meaningless to all the drivers. But we will find out how this race goes with 27 laps worth of action. And it is, I'm trying to figure out how long the track is. I think it's around about 5.7 kilometres long, 11 turns, 4 to the left, 7 to the right, 2 DRS zones, which we'll use for overtaking, but there's plenty of overtaking opportunities through the Lesmos as well, if you can get that right. So we're about to get started for the 5 red lights here at Monza for the first round of the double header in Italy. And we are underway. Sam get a much better start than Kyle, but can Kyle get a better running towards turn 1? We'll have to wait and see. It's a drag race for the top 3 as it seems at the moment. Let's hope they can all keep it clean. Well, it looks like the top 5 have made it through unscathed. Actually, top 10. So far, no issues right now. They're all keeping it steady. Turn 4 might be the huge problem, but the 2 Aston Martins, they've had a great start compared to the Ferraris, but they can't get past at the moment. We got the 2 Alpine, and we got Ryan Berry trying to get past Casper. Casper's dropped down a place. Dex dropped down a few positions. Well, he's lost a bit of ground to the top 8 at the moment, but he's got Mata, his teammate, behind him as well. But so far, touch wood, very, very clean start from all the drivers.
Yeah, driving standards, we alerted all drivers to improve, and it seems all drivers so far, touch wood, have listened to us, and it's been a lot more careful on lap 1. But interestingly, Kyle now in the lead, but hopefully he can break that DRS before lap 3 without burning all his ERS. So ERS will be an interesting one. So I'll keep an eye on that throughout the race.
Yes, and some people are using the ERS already, and with a track that's so high speed and a lot of overtaking opportunities, a lot of people are going to run out quite quickly. So they got to use it. Brandon gets past Kieran into turn 1. Can he make the move stick? Can Kieran defend the long way round? They're going to try at least. Kieran's in danger, going to lose 2 positions as Kev is right on the back of this as well. Pete was on the back of Ryan. He got past him, and Pete's getting a good run on Slenderman towards turn 4, but he can't seem to close in at the moment. Dirty Air's going to be a bit of an issue as well. And speaking of DRS, Iceman is out of the DRS range at the moment, so he's got to close in with an attempt before the start of the 3rd lap to get into the detection point. Otherwise, he's going to be in a lot of trouble with his teammate. Flexi is also out of DRS range to Kyle, so Panos could be in a prime advantage to overtake Flexi into turn 4, where the first detection point will begin. And Master's looking pretty good as well on the mediums as well. But here comes Brandon. Brandon onto the back straight. He's going to try and get it before the Alberetta curb, it looks like. As it looks like Mata just covers him off there. He does. So Mata retains P10, but Brandon's going to get the ERS. He's derated across the line, but he's going to have enough to start the 3rd lap. Here he goes. We've got Panos as well that could get a move done on Flexi soon. Oh my God, Brandon could get a double overtake here as he makes his way towards turn 1. But Mata, Det is defending for his life here at the moment. Let's watch Panos. He's going to get the run on Flexi. He's going to take the shortest line. We've got to have a yellow flag. That is Ahmed who's binned it. But Panos does get past Flexi into P2. Or does he? Flexi on the cutback. He gets past Panos once again into P2. Yellow flag. That's Brandon.
That. got squeezed onto the curb and Brandon had nowhere to go, so I think Brandon will be a bit unhappy.
Yes, unfortunate there for Brandon. Casper's making ground on everybody. Slenderman shot down into PA, but Flexi and Panos are fighting once again. This is bringing Iceman back into the fold as well, as he's going to now try and get a run on his back straight with the ERS deployment, but he's choosing to not use it yet because of the dirty air, because he's seen the likes of Matter not get the move done, as Lee is out of the race, and we do have a VSC, so not looking good for the Tifosi. And what a good timing for Sam and Iceman. And it's a safety car. So, but it is not good news if you're Kyle or Panos, unless the safety car... Actually, the safety car's still waiting in the pit lane. Yes, they are. So, Kyle and Panos should get away with it. But Flexi and Iceman are on the hards. I think everyone will probably be forced to go onto the hards if they want to pit under safety car and make the one stop work, because otherwise it will be a 2-stop. But that was timed perfectly for Sam and Ben Iceman. That's one thing that I'm rubbish on this game, deciding on whether to pit on under VSCs. I just never get it right, because I never think it's gonna... I either come in and then the VSC ends, and I don't come in and the VSC lasts for longer. It just never works in my favour, but it seems to work in Sam's and Ben's favour tonight. So for Casper as well, but he's on the mediums. Can he do a masterclass and get those mediums to the end? Remains to be seen. Kevin might, though. It's on the soft tyres, with Brandon back in this race on the mediums, and Yuri also on the mediums.
Which is interesting now. Do the medium runners then decide to go into the hard tyre? But like Ben and Sam look like they are going to the end, but the mediums, I don't think they'll make it to the end.
I don't.
Interesting that the two Williams don't pit. However, Kyle has pitted, but what tyres does he decide to go on? It is the medium compound of tyres, so maybe the medium can make it to the end, but it'll be very hit and miss.
Yes, it would, as we're seeing the leaders pit now. So that's Kyle, Pete, Ryan Berry. Interestingly, that Panos, Slenderman and Deck have stayed out.
Because the soft tyres do drop
I
off
think
quite quickly.
they're predicting another safety car, which around here is quite common. So, but they can't count on it being another safety car. So, if there isn't one, they're screwed. If there is going to be one, they will time it perfectly. But if I was in their situation, I would eat whatever tyre I was on. I would box. But I will look at the tyre choices in terms of how long they last. So people on the hards, I had the data with me, but it's disappeared. There we go. The hards could last 21 laps, so 26, 25, 24, 20. So they could just about get it to the end from here. And the mediums only last 17 laps, so they've got to do a lot of tyre and fuel saving to get to the end if they want to. Unless they want to put on a set of softs towards the end if there's a late safety car. So it's a bit of hit and miss between all tyres, to be honest, but with it being on reduced pace on the safety car, the hard should be fine to the end. Mediums, like we said, not so sure.
It's just interesting. It looks like there'll be one more lap with the safety car, but Panos, yeah, I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know why he has not pitted. So does Slenderman decide to go in there? Does Deck? No. So I wonder if Deck is considering really helping out his team, because Matter, where is he now in the standings? He can still get within the championship, because it's not really been his season so far. But with the two Williams in third and fourth, it's interesting, really, because Deck really, actually, to be honest with you, he's having a good race so far. I'm touching Rudd, because usually he's there or thereabouts with Matter, and then at the halfway point of the race, he's sort of nowhere. So hopefully I'm wrong, and he gets some good points for Williams today.
He's had a few podiums this season for the Williams driver, and obviously with Matter having a better last few races compared to before. He's helped him get into third in the standings. And both the Williams actually are in the top 10 of the standings. So same with the two Alfa Romeos. So that's why they're closing up in the constructors. Same with McLaren as well. Both McLarens are also in the top 10. No other team has two teammates inside the top 10 unless you're the top 3 in the constructors, really. So will the safety car come in? Well, it must go in, surely. Very, very soon, as we should go green flag racing, hopefully, and get underway. Safety car is in. I was worried they wasn't going to come in, but the safety car will be in this lap. So Panos has done it a few times before in other races this season, and he's now got to do it again, but this time in his home track with Tifosi behind him cheering him on. So let's see what he could do. Will Slenderman take advantage and not be caught napping? I think the Aston Martin driver is keen to get going as well, but let's watch Panos as the safety car is coming in. Panos is leaving it late. He's leaving it extremely late. And he's going now. And it's green, and I don't know what has happened with some of the drivers, but we got Matto who's trying to make a move on deck into turn 1. They had it clean in turn 1 the last few laps. Will they make it clean this lap? I think they are, but I think a few people dropping positions already. Kieran up to 5th, but Tony gets on the Curva Grande quite nicely, so he's up into 5th again, but Kieran with the switchback with no DRS, remember. And he's got him by looks of things. Almost hit the bump. Oh. That was a close one, but luckily that didn't end in tears. Who has gained positions in the last few laps? Matt Ryan obviously gained quite a bit, because obviously I think he stayed out. Yeah, he's one of the drivers who stayed out, but based on the drivers that have stayed out, he is not performing well, but still a long way to go. He will be going on the softs until the end. And Kev now gets past, well, he's trying to get past Ryan, but Ryan is also trying to get past Iceman. But here comes Kev on a late charge. Here he goes, side by side into the Parabolica. Oh, someone almost went off there. The AlphaTauri, that was Brandon again.
Yeah, that again, Brandon's been in the walls again. It's a Red Bull of Newgarden, literally just forced him onto the grass. I don't know if Newgarden's mirrors have fallen off, but that was unbelievable. You know, the speed drivers, 18th, 17th, 16th, speed 12th, 11. Come on, guys.
Oh, we've got the two Red Bulls, the 3 Red Bulls actually, because it's the AlphaTauri. How did they get through that unscathed? That was incredible. So, but Brandon had to back off there, because otherwise it would have ended in tears. Ryan is getting past Ahmed. Ahmed's not last anymore. Yay, send them out. What? He's gaining positions because Lee's out the race. Change for P2. Oh, it's Slenderman has had a bit of an off. One of you was forced wide. I didn't catch that.
Kyle down the inside.
Going side by side of Kyle. Kyle has to go defensive, but Kyle on the defensive line is doing very well. And Kyle could be on for Slenderman due to Slenderman's mistake. Not quite so at the moment. Yuri with the first 3-second time penalty of the race, everybody. 3 seconds, and watch out, that could be a massive factor. Flexi starting to get past people on the hard compound of tyres. The hards being quite difficult compared to the likes of the mediums. They will be slower, but if you get past them now, it will be easy towards the end when the medium tyres start to die a bit more. So Sam doing a great job. Casper getting past Matt Ryan on those fresher mediums. Can he do it past the Alvaretta curb? Yes, he can. Up to 9th position.
There we are now in on the McLaren behind Matt Ryan. The Pete now he's going down the inside at turn 1. Has to be careful not to outbrake himself too much because there is a car in front. Does he manage to get slowed down? No, he does not. And that, I just knew that was going to happen. Too late on the brakes, and that's Pete now tumbling down the order. Not what McLaren needed in the constructors.
Yeah, because McLaren, they're joint second with Williams, but due to countback, Williams are in second at the moment. So McLaren's got a lot of work to do because they could lose out to the likes of Alpine that are doing quite well at the moment. It's obviously Pete down there in 18th. Only the top 12 score points, and then there's also 2 extra points for the fastest lap, which can go to anyone inside the top 20 as long as you finish. So the only driver it cannot go to is Lee because he retired. As Kev is on the move, he's on the charge for Ascari. Very nice from the Mercedes driver, up to 11th. Slenderman as on the attack on deck, so Slenderman is back in business, up to 3rd in the podium spots as we speak. We do see Ryan Berry challenging for 12th place, but we got Iceman, don't forget, that has boxed, so he wants to get past the people that haven't booked, because otherwise he's going to be held up a bit. Slenderman is being pressured again from Det. It's like a ping pong battle. First it's Det that's leading, now it's Slenderman. And, Slenderman goes off, and he's got a 3-second time penalty. Straight 3-second time penalty.
He lost the position from that though, really. So did he really gain an advantage from that?
Not really. So I think that penalty, since it was because usually you get a 3-second time penalty due to multiple warnings. It didn't say multiple warnings in the time penalty thing, so we should ideally get that removed personally. But we will see, as we're on lap 10 already. So I wonder the medium runners are thinking, soft runners are thinking about boxing, likes of Panos and and Det. And yeah, you can tell with the way the medium runners are carving through the field that if you've been on the soft since the start, I would box if I were you.
So what does this leave Panos now? Can he now go onto the mediums comfortably towards the end, or is he hoping there'll be a safety car? We'll just have to wait and see. I think he's hoping the drivers behind us battling each other, because look, he's now done 10 laps on the soft compounded tyre. Kyle setting the fastest lap of the race with not a lot of ERS actually available, so keep an eye on that, because when Kyle's behind on Matter, not having the ERS is quite important. As we look on Kev Risky making a move on Tony, still going side by side into turn 2. Nice respectable racing here, but the soft tyre, the more mechanical grip, puts him up into P8, but that does mean Kev will be doing another stop. Tony is on the medium tyre, so he doesn't really have to stop again. There's another move.
And Slenderman, they make contact, and Slenderman's in the wall. VSC most likely. Careful, Slenderman.
It's a full course yellow.
Oh, a safety car.
Save.
That is
Panos.
good news if you're Panos. And trying to think. Kev as well. That's good news for him. And maybe the hard tyres will want to go onto the mediums, because that will comfortably get to the end. But do they want to compromise track position? But this is not good news if you are on the mediums from the start, which may mean you will be forced to go onto the hard compounded tyres, because the soft won't get to the end from there. So it's either you're losing a bit of time from normal pit loss, or go onto the hards. If I were you, get your stop out of the way, go on the hards, then we'll get to the end.
But the thing is though, like now, the hard tyres have had a couple of laps to rubber in, and now they're sort of in the phase where they're sort of overtaking the mediums on pace, I think, because you usually take at least 4 to 5 laps to actually properly get going through the hard tyres. So now really, Sam's in a good position. Kyle's on the medium compounded tyre. So is Ben, look out for them too. As now Slenderman gets a 5-second time penalty, quite easy to do around here. I'm surprised not many more people have done it, to be fair. But it has been during the safety car, so if you are speeding into the pit lane during the safety car, then that's, questionable.
That's your problem. Well, joking.
My problem, thank you. That's a you problem.
Well, to be honest, I've come in the habit now of speeding in the pit lane far too many times now to count.
Unbelievable, Jess.
It used to not be a problem on the last game, but on this game, too quick. Well, to be honest, I always lose time by going too slow in the pits. I'm like, you know what, I may as go a bit faster, and then sometimes I forget to slow down before the limit line, and I'll be able to get a 5-second penalty. But for me, due to the fact that I'm quite slow on pace anyway, 5-second penalty does not make a difference.
I mean, my aim in the pit lane is to just destroy the pit lane limit barrier, because it's funny and I like seeing the confetti everywhere. Everyone's done that, come on.
I've done it in my team.
Yeah. But my main bugbear is when people go off the track and destroy the brake marker boards. Yes, okay, I run racing line, but please stop it, people.
Yeah,
So
because
annoying.
sometimes if you do not have racing line, you don't know where to brake for the pit lane.
I didn't think of that. I should do that in future. Jack a car tactic. I mean, sorry, I've just mentioned.
Well, if you do that tomorrow in Canada,
Yeah, to be
I'm
fair,
not going to
yeah.
be impressed.
Do it in Canada. Got it.
Well, to be fair, Canada's quite a short pit entry anyway, so.
Anyway, let's get back to where we are currently, VSL.
Yes,
in
indeed.
Italia,
VSL Season 7.
trying not to bob along to the Italian national anthem, because I don't know, it's just one of those anthems where you just want to nod your head along to the anthem. You just like Riccardo-esque, just vibing along to the song. It's just one of those anthems. I know it sounds bad, but they're so cheery, the Italians. I love Italians.
Yeah, I think
moving on a
apart
bit.
from our own anthem, the Italian anthem is my favourite because you definitely can bop along to it, and
Of course.
I was definitely singing along to it in the World Cup and in Formula One, even though it was in the finals and we were up against Italy, but there we go. I still sang along to it because it was cool. Anyway, safety cars should be in, I think, this lap, because everyone's caught up. So who hasn't made their mandatory stop? I'm having a look. Everyone's made their stop now.
Whee.
But we'll keep an eye
see.
on the ones that are going to be taking risks, because Mata has gone for softs, so has Kieran, so has Ahmed. I am doubtful that we'll get to the end. They only last 13 laps. Bit of a risk. It could do it due to the safety car being on reduced pace.
Mata and Panos. Mata on the soft tyre, he will want to get past Panos as soon as possible. Flexi, though, on the hard tyre, he's got track position. So, for all we know, drivers behind could be battling. Sam on the hard tyre could just, if he keeps it together, I'm touching wood, he could actually end up leading the driver's standings by the end of the day, because Panos not really pitting under the first safety car. Will this cost him? So have to wait and find out, won't we?
Yes, we will. People warming tyres up now, and it's Kyle who leads the way from Sam in P2. It's given the medium runners a lifeline that are pitted in the first safety car. So here we go then. We're about to go green flag racing once again, and Kyle is not hanging about whatsoever, and that's helped Casper a little bit as well. I wonder if Sam has been caught napping a little bit. Let's see as they make their way towards turn one. Sam defends to the left-hand side. Kyle is trying to help his teammate a little bit. Not much space. They make contact. Will this allow Iceman to get past Casper? Yes, it does. And hold on a second. Is this Brandon? Brandon's up to 4th place. He had a brilliant restart. He was near the back before the early on in the race, and he's on for a good comeback, to be fair. The safety car has helped him, to be fair, and he's on a charge right now. He's going to get not past one but two cars. Little margin for error here as they head towards the second. Lesma, very hard overtaking spot. Camera, can you show us a different camera angle, please, because this one is rubbish. But anyway, Brandon's up into P3, but he does have a penalty. Panos is dropping positions as far as we can count. But he has gained on Matt, though, so that is good to see. And he's going to gain on Casper. Oh. Flexi's out! Can we see a safety car again? Yes, another safety car. Where did he bin it?
Looks like he may have caught too much curb on
Ascari?
Ascari. Unbelievable. I knew I shouldn't have said anything.
Sam! Not good for if you're a McLaren fan, is it? So
it's always pain being a McLaren fan recently. What's going on?
So I may as well. People may as well. If you're in the back, especially, people may as well pit for the softs if you're in the back.
Yeah, to be fair, I mean, you're not really pushing the car, really, are you, during the safety car, so you highly likely could take the softs to the end now.
They will, because there's less than 13 laps to go.
I mean, interestingly, I think Tony's gone for a fresh set of mediums. He doesn't believe the softs will make it to the end, but and Mike pitted. He's on the 4 laps old mediums, so That's interesting. Interesting.
They only have one set of mediums for the race. They don't have two.
Can Haas not afford another set of medium tyres?
No, it's just a game because usually sometimes if I use my mediums in qualifying, then that's the one that it gets carried over to the race as well.
Nice voice rate, Matthew.
I think I didn't. Well, I think it's only if you're using two mediums. I don't know. I can't remember, but we'll see. So I'm just ticking off the bingo card. Not many bingo cards at the moment. Obviously, we had a dry race. Lobby doesn't start at 8. Well, we started a bit late, even though the stream started on time. Did Ryan Berry start on mediums? Let me have a look. I think he did. Nosy. No, he did not. He started on sauce.
Wow.
Matt Ryan, you're doing rubbish at bingo.
Damn it, Matt. What you like? Imagine being called Matt. Wait.
His name is Matt. Matt Ryan.
Dear. So.
Deck top 5, well, he's currently sitting P14. Matt Ryan spin. I think he's finding quality, to be fair. Iceman off in at Scary. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to that. I haven't seen anyone speed under VSC. And Casper top 10. So I don't think anyone's going to get a bingo today, I don't think.
What's happened to Deck here? What's Williams?
Oh, disqualified? What?
For what?
Wait a minute.
His car's in the wall before turn 1. What?
Terminal damage. DNF. Severe collision. And would Slenderman had a penalty for severe collision with Deck. I think I jinxed Deck. Sorry, Deck.
This is not ideal for Williams at all. Ferrari, 1 car in the points. Williams, 1 car in the points. Casper and Kyle will be
the top Ferrari team.
Yeah. So that will mean in the standings, Alfa Romeo will be in the lead with Williams going down to 2nd, I believe. I'm looking at the wrong week. I'm an idiot.
Alfa Romeo are leading the constructors and they will extend their lead over Williams and McLaren. Because as it stands, Pete will score 2 points. Mato will score. I'm not good with the point system in VSL.
Like, even with being admins, like, because we're so used to leagues running the same point format. Yeah, we always try and do little things different here in VSL. We're always doing different things, but this season we seem to have proper hit the nail on the head with the setups, and that's going to get removed from Brandon. That's very unfortunate. There's front wing damage behind, actually.
Who's that?
That's from the Alfa Romeo of Casper.
Ooh, so I wonder if they had a bit of a hit. This is the 3rd safety car, and here we go then. We're about to get underway. Brandon's had a good restart, actually. I wonder if Kyle was a bit too slow on the restart, which allowed Brandon and Iceman. Look at this, going to be free abreast into turn 1. Kyle and Iceman making contact a bit, and Kyle's going to get that removed because he's been forced off the track. Panel up into B2. The Defoe are cheering on for their life as they head towards Curva Grande now. Panels could see the ending inside. Panels does not have a penalty, so this is very good. Brandon's dropped from 3rd to 6th right now. This is not what you wanted with that 3rd safety car as Matter and Iceman in front of them, going side by side into the 3rd Let's mode. They're all going at it here at Monza. Let's see if they could all be aggressive but not being involved in any instance, please. 2nd Let's mode they go. Matt Ryan picks himself a 3-second time penalty, but we'll gloss over that. Yuri's having a good restart. He's been falling under the radar, but now he's up into 7th position. But don't forget, he does have a time penalty to his name, which will be added to the end of this race heading towards the sky, which is becoming a bit more of an issue now as the race goes on. And as the track temperatures get cooler, Kieran is doing a great job as well on those soft tyres. Can he make sure those tyres get to the end? Same with Matter. He's going to try and see if he can get past Iceman in the braking zone of turn 1 coming up soon. He's got plenty of ERS as well, and he's going to use his overtake, and assuredly there's no response for Iceman. As Iceman's on the hards compared to Kieran's fresher softs and softer compounded tyres. Kieran's got the job done up into
no,
5th place.
Brandon.
And Slenderman. Quite a few people have had issues actually in turn 1.
Brandon's taking too much curb at turn 1. I can just imagine how frustrated he'll be again. 13 laps old mediums now. It's going to be tricky to get back into the race unless there's another safety car.
Newgarden, I think, got the job done on Slenderman, but Slenderman's gone off the track again. It's not been his race, has it, Slenderman? But he's not giving up. We've still got 17 runners still in this race, and still plenty of chances for people to score some decent results. Kyle is just running away with it at the moment. He knows. Let's see what the penalty is like. 5 seconds, so he's got to clear 5 seconds off of Panos and Mata to win this race.
With that penalty though, Jess, he got it from the turn 1 collision from Ben. I mean, he didn't really have a choice. He had to go off the track. So I believe
that will probably be removed, I think.
Did he get one from a previous steward report though, a 5-second penalty for a previous race incident?
Let me have a look at the chat. As Mata set the fastest lap of the race. Don't forget they do get 2 points for the fastest lap. The only 5-second penalty added to this race is Pete. 5-second penalty for Pete, which will be added to the next race. Pete went for an ambitious late braking move on Kieran and ultimately made contact with Casper. As we've had a move from Kieran, actually, speaking of Kieran, up into P4. So yeah, the only 5-second penalty added onto this race is Pete. So Pete also has 5 seconds. He just doesn't have the black flag next to his name, so something to keep an eye on.
Right. What we're going to think now, leader. Kyle in the lead. Newgarden's just completely shoved Matt Ryan off the road, and now Ryan Berry's now got past in front of Matt Ryan. Does Tony get past? Yes, he does. So the Red Bull family have just screwed each other over.
Again.
That's not really ideal. Slenderman's now gone to the back of Matt Ryan. Everyone loves going to the back of Matt Ryan today for some reason.
They do. Matt Ryan has been in the wars, but it's not really his fault. It doesn't look like, but we haven't seen much of what's going on. I think, did Ryan Berry let Tony through, or was Tony a bit faster in terms of straight line speed? I don't know. But Tony's up to 9th anyway. Ahmed is up to 13th. 1 place more and he'll be in the points. He's got no penalties as well, which could work well in his favour. Ryan Berry then, on his teammate. It's like Ocon versus Alonso, but Ryan Berry's Alonso and Tony's Ocon. And Ryan Berry gets past Tony up into 9th place. Can Tony get the edge on him in turn 4? Is it? No, there's no DRS here. What are you on about? Thought there was for a minute there.
Whoa, Panos. Sorry.
Oh, as Slenderman's gone off again.
Is that another yellow?
Yeah, he is retired through the left.
Another safety car, surely not.
I hope not, because I had enough of safety cars today.
But what we need to look at, the battle for the lead. Kyle, 20% ERS. Panos, 40% ERS. Panos will have him here, because Kyle, 14 laps old, medium tyres.
No safety car. Yes.
Interesting. I think Panos has got him here. Mata is waiting in the mirrors. As in doing so, sets the fastest lap. But here we are then. Battle for the lead. Panos down the inside. Does Kyle fight? No, he does not. He knows he does not have the tyres. And that is now Panos in the lead. That Defosi, like you say, going absolutely crazy. But the Williams of Mata in P3. What can he do in order of Sir Frank Williams? Will we see a Williams win the race? Let's just wait and see.
He's got no penalties. And he's got past Kyle in turn 4. And he set the fastest first sector of the race so far as well. So he is pushing on those softs. And the softs, I think, could just about get to the end. Give or take a few laps. But the mediums will be the more durable tyres. So, it's going to be a tough call. It is going to be a tough call. The only drivers not to get penalties, Panos, Mata, Tony, Ryan Berry, Ahmed, and Mike. I would count Pete, but don't forget Pete's got that 5 seconds added from the last race to this race. So don't forget him on that as well. So let's look at the ERS. 30. They're around about the same, Mata and Panos, so this is even Stevens.
Kyle's really now just going to keep following the train now, just sort of save his ERS up a bit. But here we are then, a battle for the lead again once more. Will Mata get that Williams in front of the Ferrari? Panos not depleting any ERS, and that is the Williams now in the lead of the Italian Grand Prix. Tifosi won't be happy, but in honour of Sir Frank Williams, I don't think they'd care. To such an honourable man, if a Williams wins the race, it's a great tribute to what a great man he was.
Yeah, I think Mata is doing a great job so far. I'm trying to think. He has won a race this season, I believe. I can't remember which. It might be the last one, actually, that he won. Or was that... Oh, no, it was Kieran that won the last race. Wait, which race did Mata win?
After that week break, my brain's had a bit of a... Got the good yellow flag. Is that Brandon?
It was Brandon. Oh.
That's Matt Ryan, I believe.
I'm not going to say anything about Brandon now, because every time I say anything about him, he just spins or gets involved in something that I don't like.
I mean, he's gaining loads of speed on Mike here. Will he go for an ambitious move down? Yes, I know he's not. He lifted off the throttle. Nice to see his brakes are working.
Yes, indeed. I think he's on controller.
No, he's a wheel user.
Oh, he's a wheel user. Oh, right. I thought he talked about the L2 button, which meant I thought he was on the controller tonight. But
Oh, sorry.
I was probably reading too much into it. But anyway, lap 23-27. Mata leads, Panos in second, Carl third, Kieran fourth, Casper in fifth. I will get the penalties up. So Casper will jump Kieran and I believe Kyle. Casper will definitely jump Kieran.
Will you going around the outside of the last corner? Around Kev Rusky.
For battle for 15th place.
Look at the Alpines. The Alpines have just collided. Brian Berry into the gravel. That's not ideal for the Alpine team. Battles everywhere. Just looking at the back of the grid, the blooming timing screen's going absolutely crazy. I don't know where to focus on. I am all over the place. Ben's now gaining on Yuri.
There's so many battles all over the place.
Jeremy, mate.
Here come Ugan and Kevin to turn 4. Oh, banging wheels. Oh, this is great stuff. This is great stuff. Kev just about has the speed to defend from Newgarden. But Iceman's on the attack from Yuri.
The Ferrari
on
now
the
on
harder tyres. Fair play to Iceman right now. He's doing a great job. Imagine what he would be on the softs. And we got Panos and Mata. Turn 1. Oh, Jesus Christ. Please. Not any close encounters like that. We don't want you two to end up in the wall.
Verstappen Hamilton? No?
No. We don't want to talk about that. You got a 3-second time penalty, but this brings back Kyle and Kieran. Kyle with a bit of a moment there into past turn 3 and 4. Kieran could be back in this as well, but he does have a 3-second penalty. But he could get P3. Ooh. As more penalties. Casper.
What just happened back there? I just flicked back there. Sorry, there was the Aston Martin and Ben just in the middle of all that. The two Alpines, I think, tried to go through together. And
I just saw Matt Ryan's in the pit. And I just have to say that the battle for the back positions, Newgarden and Kev, I'm just loving this right now. And this is great.
That is fantastic. Look at the lead, Jess. Kyle, who we thought would be a bit out of it on old set of mediums, look at the effect of the DRS. Because he stayed within the DRS, he's still in contention. Even Kieran is back there, just sort of minding his own business, staying within the DRS. Still a lot to play for, but look, Panos, is he going to do it again? Going around the outside. Mata leaves a bit more space this time. But again, the soft tyre still has the grip. Are we seeing the medium tyre now going into a phase? Because those soft tyres must be screaming on that Williams. And look now, Panos Now going down the inside. Has he now got the lead back? He has. Mata thinks better off it. That is a Ferrari back into the lead with 2 laps to go.
2 laps to go of the, 3 laps to go of the Italian Grand Prix. One more race before we head to Imola, one of the new tracks. I do believe we're heading to Portimao, aren't we? As well, straight after Imola. Yes, we are.
Indeed, yes.
So 2 new tracks in a row coming up. But first, they got to deal with the final few laps of Monza. These curves are just so deadly. That's how Flexi lost it earlier for Ascari. I think it was before Ascari that they lost it. I think it was... Some of them lost it, I think, after Lesmos, I think. It's just hard to tell with that track map. It really is. But Panos going to the outside. Mata's going to have a think about it. If he wants to win this race for the late Sir Frank Williams, he's got to go for a move soon. Yellow flag. Haas driver Mike, who's binned it, but let's forget about that at the moment. Mata attacks to the left. Panos to the right. Not leaving that much space. This gives a very good chance for Kyle. This could be free abreast here. Panos has been left no room for error, and he's because he did go for the move, he's now down into 3rd. It's not good for the Tifosi, but he could be PQ on the road, so that's probably why.
Bit risky, Panos.
Oh my goodness!
That was inevitable. That was inevitable.
Went for the move, and it didn't pay off for Panos. So the Tifosi are probably going to go home after that because.
Oh, Pete, where's Pete going?
Pete had a bit of a moment. Jesus Christ. But now he's going to troll as we're starting to see more spinners. Yuri is out the race. It would have been a safety car if it was a few laps earlier.
Oh, man. Careful of that Red Bull on the inside. That might surprise some people.
That would have surprised me if I was racing, I can tell you that.
But what does this mean then? Kyle, 3% ERS, Mata, plenty
32.
of ERS to use.
Kieran.
In the lead. Starts the race in the lead as we head towards the last lap of the race. But Kieran could actually end up getting Kyle here.
Kieran could get P2.
ERS. He could do. But they're both very low on ERS. Kyle still somehow got DRS, actually, surprisingly. 21 laps old, mediums. He's done well, actually, to be fair, to get to the end of the race. P2 for Kyle with that 5-second pen removal, which me personally, I think will be removed.
Personally, so... But we will have to take the provisional results as it stands, and then obviously we will update you on the actual results next week in Imola. This battling is allowing Matt just to pull away quite nicely. And where's Panos? Panos down in 5th position. Could have been so much more for the Tifosi. As oh no. Pete.
Will he still get P7 on the road though? With the
I think he's done over 90%, hasn't he? So he should.
So wherever his car is on track, he gets that position. But
yeah,
Brandon 22 lap tyres. But we are now nearing the last corner. I shall leave it to you, Jess.
As Mata, it's been a special race for him, a very emotional one. So Frank Williams passed away in the weekend. But he has done it for the Williams family. He's done it for the Williams team. It will mean so much to him and everyone that's working in the factory. Mata wins in Monza. What a fitting tribute to a great man, a great legend that has won so many titles for Williams. Carl in 2nd. Kieran in 3rd. So even with Carl's 5-second penalty, it does not make a difference. So I don't think he's going to remove that because the gap will be 1.5 seconds after the penalty removal. So Kieran 3rd, Panos 4th, Casper 5th, Pete 6th, Iceman 7th, Tony 8th, Ahmed in 9th from starting at the back of the grid. Ahmed! And Ryan Berry, I believe, was 10th. Who was 11th and 12th? I'll need to check that. I'll check the stream actually. Brandon was 11th and Mike was 12th, I believe. I might be wrong. As the stream is still taking a while to update. Go on. as I think Mike hasn't crossed the line on my stream. But there we go. Mata has taken another win in VSL and is stating the fact that he wants to defend his driver's title and the driver's standings. I do believe you get 25 or 20 points for the win. You will close on to Flexi at the moment due to Flexi's DNF. But Panos will score a bit. That means Panos will still extend his championship lead over Flexi. So we got Mata from Kyle, from Kieran, from Panos, from Casper, Pete, Iceman, Tony, Ahmed, Ryan Berry, Brandon and Mike are your point scorers. And the fastest lap point
to Matt Ryan. He took it on the last lap from Mata. So Mata...
Yeah, he gets 2 points.
Could those 2 points lost for Mata be the reason he loses the championship?
Oh, shut up. So we got Mike, your final point scorer, with Matt Ryan with the fastest lap. And your finishes are, as well as Matt Ryan, is Kev and Newgarden. And your retirements are Yuri, Sanderman, Deck, Flexi and Lee. That was quite a turn of events, wasn't it? We did not know who was going to win. But it was Mata that win. That win's going to mean so much for him, especially with the emotional things that happened over the weekend as well. And if it was a Defoti that didn't win, it was nice for the Williams family to win a race.
Indeed. What a great race from Mata. He always does that. He always minds his own business. He keeps within the pack. And like I said at the start, keeping within the DRS, and you were set for a good result, as Kyle proved. And even on the medium tyres, he somehow still managed to nurse the car home into P2. And even with